Calls play on Glashenko. Dummies himself. Kicks forward looking for Morgan. Morgan doesn't let him down.
He's been impressive today, Adam Morgan, hasn't he, Andrew?
Yep. Much too much experience, too much ability there for Dabrowski. Kicks long down the line. And coming out again to his Damon White. Just quite can't hang on to it. Okay, goes forward looking for Hargraves. Hargraves uses the push to push Chris Chubb underneath. Jeez, I don't know about that one, Juice.
Payback from earlier.
Yeah, well, Neil and I were discussing at a half-time break here. Hargraves, his number one technique to go one-on-one is to use his backside and his hip and just to push him out. And he did that well. And umpires have got to realise that that's the way on a one-on-one contest. That's how he functions. He rarely takes a mark in his hands, and now he's got a shot at goal. Due to that, that's the way he marks the ball.
35 metres out, directly in front. Goes back, once again, the money man. We talk about the money man. Finishes nicely. Puts extra pressure now on West Adelaide. West Adelaide had all the play then, had it down their forward line. North Adelaide run it out. Finishes with a goal to Hargraves.
Well, it's his second for the day, Cook, and he knows that. And again, just behind play, I think that's young White. Yes, young Damon White. He's certainly, talk about my superstar comment, looks like his ankle injury.
He's broken his leg, boys.
Okay, we'll get a look at the replay here in a minute. You can see him go up and lands very awkwardly. Oh, that's not a good sign there for Damon White and for North Adelaide or Port Power. So you can see the young lady in a fair bit of pain. And you can see also another North Adelaide, I think that's Daniel Ebert coming off as well.
Yep. I think in that last crunch just before the umpire called for a bounce, I think that's when Daniel Ebert got hurt, but obviously we're in for a pretty long delay here. As we just have a look, if you don't want to see this replay, turn away, it's quite ugly as Damon White comes to ground.
Have a look at his ankle down the bottom there, just really.
Appears to be pointing the wrong way, doesn't it? So
it does.
The last thing you want is
both coaches, I think they'll be praying.
Ticked over 19 minutes in the final term at Prospect. Uni, good hands in the end. Eventually it comes to James from 40 metres. The snap from James, and he's really done it. Well done.
That's a vital goal. Neil Cross, we talked about his praying before. I think the gods have looked down on James, because when we have a look at the replay, I don't even think Paul James even looked at the goals in, took 2 steps and banged it from inside 50. So the boy from Nord who was recruited this year, have a look at this. Young Paul James doesn't have a look, bang, 1-2 steps, drops the ball inside 50, and that is a magnificent goal. He is full of... The difference is only 8 points. North Adelaide could certainly get a goal now that will give them some breathing space.
Okay, so West Adelaide endeavour to work it out of play. They play on quickly, they must run forward. Forward comes a bad kick, goes to Lucas Herbert. Lucas Herbert just bombs it long. Looking right up on, playing in front is Chris Langhams. Good play. He should take his time now, just settle it right down. Look for an option, looks into the pocket, and plenty of time. They're taking plenty of time here now. Looks like Heath Uni with the ball.
And Andrew, you mentioned Heath Uni earlier on today. He's been magnificent today. He's played his wing out wide, he's moved through the centre, he's played forward, he's played back, and now, just to reflect his game, he's got the opportunity to seal it, and it would certainly just tip off a beautiful day for him.
28 possessions for Heath Uni. This is 17th kick with 11 handballs.
Magnificent day.
He's had a really good day, and this finishes with a great goal to Heath Uni. Well done, Heath Uni. That's his 3rd for the day. The North Adelaide supporters are happy. The North Adelaide players are happy. That should just about put the game beyond doubt.
Well, elation, elation, elation for the North Adelaide players. I'm sure Darryl Hart and his brain trust will be certainly very, very satisfied with today. But it's not over yet. As we can hear the Roosters crowd are chanting, finish it off right to the final siren.
Well, they learned their lesson, and a valuable one it was against Port Adelaide, when they led until the final few seconds, and a goal to Matthew Loken turned the game 3 points in favour of Port Adelaide. And they've learned that lesson by the looks of it, the young Roosters. Out of bounds on the far side of the ground, Leal just tracking the ball over there. And 14 points the margin they appear to have at North Adelaide.
They might, and the player on screen, young Scotty Leal, well, he wouldn't be young, and he would be very happy that I said that for Scott, but he's done a wonderful job in the tagging run on roll today.
So Westies still trying, still working it. They've had to come from behind, and they come from behind that time and knock the ball away, and there's a final siren, and what a victory for North Adelaide. They've won 2 in a row. And in the end, it was a 14-point margin. North Adelaide getting home 16-11, 107 to West Adelaide, 14-9, 93.
And I think the players that Adam Morgan needs to take his hat off to Adam Morgan. He was tremendous in the last quarter. As I mentioned, Scotty Lill was good as a run-on player all day, just nullified a back row when he can, and the other West Adelaide midfielders. North Adelaide, that's their first win at Prospect Oval of the season 2002. They learned their lesson from being defeated in the last minute against Port Adelaide 2 weeks ago. For West Adelaide, well, they have a bye next week. They're 0-5 going to the bye, so Ian Borchardt and the hierarchy have got a lot to think about. Well, North Adelaide, the only probably downturn today is the injury to their star forward, Damon White, so hopefully everything's well for him. But North Adelaide, as you can hear, the Rooster supporters are elated, and I'm sure as is Daryl Hart.
They sure will, and they'll enjoy this one as they did, of course, last week when they beat South Adelaide, but it's a little bit more satisfying when you're at home.